Give him the forecast.
Omega level threat detected.
Ancient sands, heed my command and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also follow me on Instagram at YBSpeaks. Okay? Yes. Honey. Y'all know I have to give grace for gluttonous pig activities. Okay? Big backery. Hello, God. We can't be healthy all the time, okay? What is healthy is having the right kind of balance that's needed, required, and desired for this life, okay? Because one thing is guaranteed is that we don't know what tomorrow may bringeth, okay? So you might as well do all the things you want, okay? All the things that you need, require, and desire, okay? Because we don't know when the number shall be called. Okay, so honey, I'm just getting done with the gym. I'm just getting home from the gym, and I've earned it. Okay, look at me giving excuses, but I've earned it. So I cooked Sunday dinner at my brother's house yesterday, right? And made a lot of food. Oh my God, it was so good. Smothered chicken, macaroni and cheese, black eyed peas, collard greens, girl, candied yams. I made a salad, girl, had an apple pie. I didn't make the pie. Honey, with some butter pecan ice cream, child, that I have yet to taste, but it's okay. I don't need it, okay? Went to the movies last night, which we'll talk about that movie, okay? Anyway. Went to the movies last night, didn't get done with the movie until after midnight, dropped my nephew back off at my brother's house. Girl, I, for some reason, did not take a plate. I didn't take a plate. I got home, hello God, smoked a little bit, took a shower. I was in my mind, I'm going to bed. I didn't expect that the munchies, hello God, would come, which is crazy because inevitably the munchies do come. But for me, I don't really get the munchies all the time like that. And I really still was, you know, I felt the food from hours prior, still there. I've changed my life completely because when I was a big back, hello God, pudgiana, way, a greedy cunt, hello God, I used to eat until I felt the pain in my stomach. Now I literally can eat a plate, maybe half a plate, depending on what the food is, right? And I'm kind of full. I'm usually good. So I think I ate around 6:30 p.m. yesterday. Again, that, I had a plate and a half though. And that particular type, that's Ida's food. If y'all know what Ida's food does, honey, she's gonna make you feel, she's gonna make you feel like a log sinking, hello God, in a sea, all right? Just a log weighted down. So around like 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, I got the munchies and I just regretted I didn't bring none of that food. I didn't bring a plate. So after the gym today, dropped my nephew off, grabbed, you know, some leftovers, child. I'm timing it perfectly because I did just get home, set my oven, hello God, to 400, and got the food reheating. I earned it. Don't judge me. It is what it is. Now, I definitely want to talk about, excuse this plane, girl. It's getting on my fucking nerves too. So I want to talk about this, girl, because I don't feel bad, but I feel like people might feel some type of way about the way I have voiced how I feel about these people. So before we get there, I just want to shout out last night's impromptu live. If you haven't had a chance to get into it, please get into it, honey. It was funny. I love last minute shit because that be the most entertaining The most entertaining shit ever, okay? We were joined by Chloe, hello God, Markel, hello God, and Cat's Meow Honey, hello God. We had a time was had, okay? It was under an hour. Y'all know me, I'm usually much longer than that, okay? But it was under an hour because I had to get to the movie. I had the movie started at like 9:50, so I had to kind of like get it out. But I felt like it was such an amazing live. Shout out to everybody that showed up, honey. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody catching the replay. I really, really do appreciate y'all. But I want to address this because maybe it's just something in my spirit and my soul because I am a good person by nature. I really am not some wild, crazed person, contrary to popular belief. Okay? My remarks about the Pudgianas and the hold my beer stomachs, the comments I made about Jayla specifically, the reason I'm not sorry, the reason that I don't feel the need to hold back or give a little light as it relates to Jayla and Glenn specifically, we are too far ahead in the game. So when I say that I am not taking any prisoners, girl, I give grace. Y'all know me. I do give grace. But it's hard for me to give grace for these people. And I know a lot of y'all are going to say, well, they weren't really controversial. Well, the controversy for me is the lack and thereof. Okay? Period. It's the entirety of lack. There was no efforts made. There was no try. We are too far ahead in the game, people. So no, I will not be pulling my punches. I will always provide grace when I feel that grace is deserved unto thee. But when we talk about these particular people, the nothingness Kelly brought, the nothingness Jayla brought, the real nothingness that Glenn brought, I'm not apologizing. Now, are my reads a little bit too nasty? Probably. But like I always say, no one likes a boring bitch. And a lot of times the reads will come at these cast members' expense. Sorry, girl, not sorry. Like, that's just the name of the game. Give me something to work with. Y'all literally gave me nothing. The only thing I have to work with is reading you girls down for filth because of your lack and thereof. Girl, y'all didn't even try. You come in dressed like Christmas. Hello, God. No shapewear. I don't want to stay on those things too long because the people already probably think that I'm just out here body shaming these girls. And yes, I am. I am. Because if you're going to serve nothing, at least come serving something. Hello, God. Like, let's just tell that very real, but yet harsh truth. Girl, please. I've had more fun. Hello, God. I've seen storm clouds. Hello, God, look better than these bitches showing up to the reunion. I've seen devastation look more orderly and beautiful. And snatched. Hello, God. Girl, please. But there is one thing from last night's live that I really want to get to the bottom of, and I think that's why Jayla like lost her shit, because wow, now it's all on Front Street. It might have been an isolated incident if it was just an alleged miscommunication between Zesty and Jayla. But for someone, as last night's live revealed, hello God, from the executive producer himself, a credible source, if anybody's going to be more credible, it's him, that not only did Zesty voice his concern, his uncomfortableness, hello God, as it relates to Jayla, but there was another cast member who also voiced the same exact concern and uncomfortableness. So I think there's something to be said. Hello God. Jayla, you have some explaining to do, and maybe you're running around here in your deep voice. Your ogre voice, bitch. Hello, God. Your Princess Fiona voice. Hello, God. After the curse. Hello, God. Because you're trying to drown everything out. And like it was pointed out in last night's live, that particular situation was just glossed over. We had no choice, but because of Donnie and his interrupting ass crazy nature, we pivoted somewhere else. Girl, I need to know. In the words of Summer Walker, I need you to know. Oh no, what? I don't know. Y'all know what I mean. Hell, if it makes sense and it doesn't make sense, whatever. Y'all know me, I'm crazy. Anyway, and I say shit. But let's just tell the truth. There's something to be said about that. Girl, I know y'all like, ooh, girl, you finna step on that neck. And yes. Too many times in the web reality world have we heard these stories, and a lot of times witnessed them for ourselves by watching these shows, that these girls get a little too comfortable with trying to, you know, late in the midnight hour, you trying to turn somebody's bougie cat around against thine will, honey. Too many times. And I think that there's something to be said about our community. It's all communities, let's just tell the truth, but we're talking specifically about our community in this moment as it relates to chasing, as it relates to web reality and the things that we've seen on these shows. There needs to, I don't know, honey, maybe Twan Dixon, we can get him on the panel, girl, and have these conversations like, what the fuck is up with these girls trying to take things that don't belong to them and making these very aggressive, very clear and direct, uncomfortable, concerning remarks to their sisters. No, ma'am, protect our girls. No, ma'am, girl. Mm-mm. And to these people that are the alleged victims of these acts, God bless y'all. Because the way that I won't even need the strength the size of a mustard seed to smack a bitch into a building, girl. You would have thought you got hit by Superman. The way in which it would be loud and proud, the cameras would have had no choice but to catch that. Thor, the god of thunder, the Hulk, girl, hello God. There will be nothing comparable to the way that this hand is going to make that face feel if you try me against thine will. I'm gonna need some of y'all girls start laying these cunts out when they're trying you like that. That's gonna make me not want to drink around you. It's gonna make me not want to hang out with you, because at this point, I feel as if I'm a target of predatory behavior. And good for you, Zesty. Call these girls out. And whoever the other cast member is, it's your business, baby. I understand. But girl, dude, y'all need to, girl, Jayla, you've been saved by the bell, girl. Hello, you've been saved by the girls. Let me tell you, King Kane, what's the other girl name? We done forgot her waist trainer selling ass. What's her name? I forgot her name from the last season of Dallas. You know, she allegedly, hello God, tried to provide Thoroka against thine will to the messy chef. Girl, I'm sick of it. Anyway, another thing I'm sick of is this. Okay? I went to the movies last night to support my man, Superman. Because if y'all don't know, now you know, Superman is one of my favorite superheroes across all, you know, comics, movies, things of that nature. Superman is the T for me, okay? But girl, same as with Mariah. I may love these people, I may stand for these people, but I'm always gonna be honest, hello God, about these people. For me, right? This Superman was the worst. This movie had no direction. It had no clarity. It lacked story. Honestly, y'all trying to be like the MCU with all these jokes. The reason the last Thor Love and Thunder was trash and made for children, hello God, literally the universe is at stake. You have a God killer among the people, girl. He's kidnapped children. Why are we joking all the time? Throughout some here and there, little dark humor moments, little ha ha ha, he he he, whatever. But to make it a comedy through and through, when the literal universe is at stake, girl, no. That's what this gave me too. It was a healthy balance, and we know DC doesn't really too much get into unless you're the Flash or another character like the Joker. Even with the Joker, the live actions don't really, it's not laughable. It's very dark and serious. So I commend DC for trying something new. This director, I forget his, James Gunn. You tried to add your little Marvel flair to it because, you know, James Gunn, he also participated in the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, Superman is not a funny person. He's never been a jokester. So stop trying to make him something he's never been. I appreciate y'all not giving us that long drawn out, you know, we're already used to the origin stories. Y'all kind of just put us right in there. I can appreciate that. I thought, based on the way that this movie looked visually, that we were going to be like early Superman vibes, time period piece vibes. Girl, these people had iPhone, they had technology, they had basic boom technology when you think about it. If you know the story, the Dark Side, and you know that's it, the boom tubes, and you know, I forgot the android's name. Cyborg, you know, he assisted with, you know, the creation of boom tubes, you know, later on in another future for DC. It's a whole thing. If you don't know, then girl, I'm not gonna educate y'all. This is my life here. I'm a nerd, girl, on that level. I know a lot of the ins and outs of the origins, the stories, and the blueprints, hello God, for a lot of the stuff y'all are just now seeing and getting into now as it relates to superheroes. And, you know, why did y'all have Clark, Superman, whatever, girl? Why did y'all have him dressed like we were in the 1974, 1978, I think is when the first Superman came out or whatever? Why are we dressed like this? Why does everything look so retro but yet technologically advanced? The Justice Gang irritated my soul. Love the Green Lantern, but y'all could have gave him a better look. When are we going to introduce Jon Stewart? Why do y'all have an issue introducing the original black characters? You'll go to Guy Gardner, one of the originals? Girl, like, okay, we don't care about him. We want Jon Stewart or a better version of Hal Jordan, bitch. Period. Why did Lex Luthor, this actor played Beast in a lot of the X-Men films. I did not like him as Lex Luthor. I didn't like the other guy, the Jesse, whatever his name, that weird kid. Didn't like them as Lex Luthor. Why are y'all having an issue casting a Lex Luthor? I don't feel as if Elon Musk could have been Lex Luthor, just shave his hair. Why is it so hard to cast these people? Lois Lane in this particular movie looked ugly as fuck. Sorry, not sorry. The parents, Clark Kent's parents, not believable. It was giving that 70s show, you know, those grumpy parents, well, the grumpy dad, and then you have the nice mom who probably smokes weed on the weekends. Okay, like out of every iteration of Martha and Ben, I think that's his name, this is the worst. This is the worst. Mr. Terrific isn't that the same actor who played in another X-Men film? I felt like Mr. Terrific was good. Mr. Terrific is like one of the most smartest people in the universe. Why didn't we play more up on these stories? Hawk Girl, why did y'all cast her that cheap ass City Trends costume, bitch? Hawk Girl in the animated series, girl, she was that girl. And her and Jon Stewart's love affair was everything, girl. Hello, God. But girl, like, I just don't understand. It's upsetting me and my homegirls. Like, Hawk Girl, y'all didn't even give her that much screen time or any play. Hawk Girl is that girl. She's a beast, okay? This Superman was a little bit too cocky, but you steady getting your ass whooped. And I know I heard a reviewer say that James Gunn or whoever created this particular Superman wanted this Superman to be more human-like and more vulnerable. Newsflash, he is not human, and he is the man of fucking steel. He should not or ever be looked at as being vulnerable. Why do you think Steppenwolf in the Justice League with Henry Cavill and the girls, hello God, let's tell the truth. Why do you think Steppenwolf waited all those eons to attack Earth? Why do you think Darkseid waited to assert his dominance over Earth while the Kryptonian lived? They waited until this bitch died and still crept in the ether of darkness just because they might be worried. You had literal gods, planet devourers, scared as hell until Superman died. So we should never in a million years think that it's okay to make the prime, hello God, superhero look vulnerable and weak. I'm just saying though. Were the effects good? Yes, it better be. We're literally in the future with CGI, with AI, with all these different, avenues for technology, girl. Like, I expect nothing less than, there needs to be top tier visuals, right? That was there. It was given what it needed to give. But I wasn't emotionally invested. Every time I've watched a Superman movie and the show accompanied with the animated series, I've always shed a tear at the very least once. Especially what network was it? CW or whatever, girl, I forget. They did the Superman and Lois. Girl, emotional. And it was done perfectly. So that brings me to my other point that I'm always trying to point out. We have the blueprints, we have the reference points. We have the standard already provided for us. Why the hell are we wasting our time trying to create all these multiple different universes, all these other origin stories, all these other storylines? Girl, no. What are we doing? You're telling me that the animated movie where Superman turned evil, now mind you, that was a good storyline. Y'all could have went with that. Y'all could have made a live version of that. Remember, girl, when the Joker poisoned poisoned Superman to make him believe that Lois Lane, while pregnant, they just found out they were pregnant, girl. Clark was so happy he was asking advice from Batman, girl. Who asked Batman's advice on parenting? Hello, God. The Joker made Superman believe that Lois Lane, again, while pregnant, was, what was that thing? Not the Abomination. Girl, I forgot. Doomsday. Superman killed what he thought was Doomsday. It was really Lois Lane. That turned Superman evil. He crushed the Joker's skull while in prison. Superman and half of the Justice League decided that they wanted to take over the world, hello God, and force their rule and law over the people. No more wars, no more death, no more guns, no more anything. No more terrorism. The girl said, damn, the only way we're going to be able to stop this evil Superman is by going to another universe as Superman, because there's no one on this planet that can challenge him. There was a whole movie dedicated to the girls going over to Apocalypse to try and fight Darkseid and Granny Goodness and all the other characters that we know and love from the past. They defeated Wonder Woman and some of the other girls and turned them into Darkseid slaves. There are so many blueprints, reference points in the animated series and movies that y'all could be grappling onto. I don't want what you think your version should be. Every time y'all bitches step outside of the bounds of normality as it relates to these wonderful, iconic, legendary superheroes, villains, what have you, you fuck it up. Stop doing that. And I know a lot of y'all new directors, not new, but a lot of y'all directors don't care because you don't think that, okay, those nerds have been died. We're catering to a newer audience. We're trying to grapple the newer. Don't you think a lot of these people might say, you know what? Let me go down the rabbit hole. And when they finally decide to go down the rabbit hole and learn why people like me get pissed off by seeing subpar trash, is because now they understand the history. They know the stories now. They've seen it. They've watched it. I don't understand. It's pissing me off. It really irritates my soul. I'm a movie person. Y'all know me. I love doing movie reviews, show reviews, things of that nature, right? Especially when it's like peak shit. But like ever since Endgame, I'm not interested. DC hasn't produced a live action that can hold my attention for a very long time. I think Justice League Snyder version was like the only thing I still go back to. Y'all, the Batmans, y'all suck. Y'all suck at everything. And it's crazy. You got the Harley Quinn show on HBO Max or Prime or whatever, girl. That show right there outranks any live action I've seen in the past 8 to 10 years from DC. Period. End of story. The animated series Superman, I had to go back because I was lost. I've seen these shows 10 times over already. I have no choice, people, because you bitches fail to produce, direct, and create things the way they should be to capture not just the emotional attention, the fans, girl. This is what we want. This is what's needed, required, and desired, and it's pissing me off. Black Panther 2 sucked. All because the actual actor passed away. May he rest. We love us some Chadwick Boseman, girl. No diss to him. But this is a movie. Recast. Continue on with T'Challa. What is wrong with y'all? In a world where what if animation on Disney Plus is better than the last several things that have came out of either DC and the MCU. The fact that I would have rather watched the She-Hulk show, which was trash, over watching this Superman again. And a lot of y'all, while I was cooking yesterday, my brother had Fantastic Four playing on bootleg. Let me tell y'all, I'm going to have to go watch it for myself because I was cooking. I was busy. But from the things that I saw, I was disappointed. I was very disappointed from what I saw. If I'm judging it based on what I saw, trash. But I'm going to give it, I give grace, girl. I have to watch something in its entirety before. Superman, definitely trash in my opinion. Did it have its moments? Yes, it did. I did not feel the hope. I did not feel everybody else in their reviews. I think y'all just eating dick at this point. Hello, God, let's just tell the truth, girl. A lot of y'all want sponsorships and you want to be recognized. I'm telling the truth. For me, it was a no. For me, it was a no. I will not be wasting my money, my time, and my energy, because let's tell the truth, girl. A good movie, the last time I went to the movies prior to this trash I just bared witness to last night of Superman was that horrible, I don't even sleep through the movies because I'm a believer, and if I spend my money, I'm getting every penny, bitch. Girl, I slept through the Planet of the Apes, and I'm a big Planet of the Apes fan. That movie was trash. It was long for no reason. Me and my nephew fell asleep in that bitch. Prior to that, we went to go see Batman, James Patterson's version. Trash. I fell asleep through half of it. It meant nothing. So my advice is you guys need to really start looking at fresh new talent, people that don't mind sticking with continuity, going, and these are the comics are your reference. Superman, I know y'all are tired of me. I'm going to end the video in a minute. In the comic book, Superman was flying so fucking fast in space. The gods themselves had to say, hey, baby, slow down. You're literally ripping the fabric of time and space, bitch. In this movie of Superman that we just bared witness to yesterday, was worried about being sucked through a black hole. Guess what Superman has done in the comics as well as animated series? Superman made his way through black holes like it was lunch. Superman struggling to lift a building or to knock out a monster. Meanwhile, the Superman that I grew up with was able to literally push the entire fucking planet out of the way of a comet or an asteroid, whatever it was. Push the entire planet. The Superman that I grew up with, hello God, because they had a clash of the gods, right? Child, we get into the situation, the mythology where Superman is now joined into Greek mythology. He went to, what's that guy's name? Atlas. Hello God, Atlas, who was cursed to bear the weight of the literal world on his shoulders. Made a deal with Superman. Superman is a good guy. He felt bad. He was like, I want to make it to my daughter's wedding. Can you carry this burden for me? Literally holding up the world. Hello, God. Superman saying, you know what? Go to your daughter's wedding. Just promise me you'll be back. Atlas said, sure, I appreciate your kindness. I'll be back. Superman held the literal world on his shoulders until Atlas, hello God, so kindly came back. But you're having issues pushing these buildings out the way. You're getting punched in your shit by weird shit. You got a dog that looked weird as hell. That dog, girl, I feel like I was watching Muppet Babies looking at that dog. And I know they said that he, James Gunn, whoever, girl, made the dog after his actual dog. Then towards the end, we get to see Supergirl on her drunk shit. Girl, y'all trying to be funny. Y'all trying to be funny. I'm sorry, girl, no. 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 We're talking, and I know that I'm talking about a Superman that's matured and has went through. Y'all keep showing us these teenage young versions of Superman, so I get it. As he grows, as he becomes, honey, shout out to Imani Van Zap, honey, period. As he becomes, he gets stronger, and I get it. With the training and all of that stuff, I understand, I get it. But at the same time, I'm tired of playing games with these people. Give us our things. I'm tired of seeing these weak-ass versions of some shit. Anyway, that's all I got, y'all. I'm done with my little rant. But anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. I know my food is done. It's already 30 minutes, so I know my food is well done, okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Check me out this week. More videos coming. Definitely going live this weekend to discuss the third and final installment of the season 6 Chasing Dallas reunion, honey. Hello God Part 3. And we'll be third episode in for Twan Dixon's show from a therapist perspective. I'm going to get with Harviana, see if we can put something together to have that conversation. It won't be long. Definitely not trying to review episodes, but I do believe that when the time comes, having a full-on discussion about the show is important. And hopefully we can get Twan Dixon to join us, hello God, so that we can have that discussion more in depth, okay? Love you guys. Take care. Until the next video, y'all, be blessed, never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth, and enjoy your week. Take care. Bye.